Quit trying to not talk about the weather. This was a crappy day for people who are out watching kids play soccer or football. Come on.
And it's not going to get any better if you have any plans to be outside. But it is exciting for all the mountains. We saw plenty of snow. Some of the snowfall amounts over the last 24 hours or so, kind of impressive. I'll talk about that in a second. But later on this afternoon and evening, I should say, we are going to be seeing some increasing clouds. And, well, they're already above us. We're going to be seeing some increasing rain showers. That's basically what we'll be seeing a good part of your Saturday. And take a look at some of these dark clouds above the Rose City. There's a chance we'll be seeing some thunderstorms develop. We have been seeing some lightning strikes off and on here throughout parts of the valley and along the coast, maybe even a little bit along the foothills of the mountains. Start to see a heavier cell move through near Welch's and Sandy just about 30 minutes ago or so. We're looking at a temperature right now of 56 degrees. The other thing we're paying close attention to is all that snowfall I've been telling you about. You can see that purple color winter storm warning in place for another 45 minutes or so throughout the Oregon Cascades. And as we look at the satellite radar, you can see some of those lightning strikes near McMinnville and along the central Oregon coast. That's threat is going to continue the rest of your Saturday night, and I'd say once we start to see the sunset, the thunderstorm threat is really going to be over. But meanwhile, you travel over the mountain passes, you're not going to be worrying about the thunderstorms. It is going to be the snow showers that are going to continue. This model, I think, is underdone. I'm forecasting maybe 2 to 5 inches of snow throughout some of the higher ski resorts here heading into the overnight hours. And speaking of the ski resorts, here's a look what we've seen here so far the last 24 hours. Current base up at Timberline, 18 inches. The last 24 hours, 11 inches, almost a foot of snow here in the last day. So this is important. 18 inches right now. I'm forecasting another maybe 2 to 5 inches of snow throughout the ski resorts. There is a chance, now a slight chance, that some of the lifts will be open for a preview day up at Timberline. They just tweeted out some of that information. They should know more by tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. So pay attention to their Twitter feed, of course, here along KGW. Snow showers for the mountains as we look at the weather headlines. Winter storm warning above 5,000 feet, and that's going to expire here in the next 45 minutes or so. And for Sunday, it's going to be much cooler. I'm forecasting highs only in the low 50s, believe it or not. And with those cool temperatures, we will be seeing some rain showers. So here's a look at futurecast. I have this queued up at tomorrow morning at 7. A lot of us will be waking up to dry conditions. Maybe you're going to be going to church, maybe going running to the grocery store, but those showers really start to increase by the later part of the morning and into the afternoon. If you're going to be traveling over the mountain passes, it's going to be a mix of some rain and snow throughout the morning hours, and then by the afternoon, you'll transition to more heavy showers at times with a snow level up high about 7,000 feet. Highs earlier today, we were only in the upper 50s, so a little bit cooler from where we should be for this time of year, and along the Oregon coast, daytime highs were right around the upper 50s, so about the same throughout the metro area and along the coast. But heading into tomorrow morning, we'll be seeing some rain showers here and there, mainly along the beaches to start off, but by the afternoon, those showers will continue to move through the metro area. Temperature of only 47, and look at that high, 53 degrees. It's going to be feeling more like late November for tomorrow and really into the early part of the work week. Showers carry over not just into tomorrow, you guys, but for Monday and Tuesday. And then by Wednesday, we'll be waking up to morning clouds, followed by afternoon sunshine, and just like chance to see maybe some showers move back in the picture by the first part of next weekend.